Hello Cyber Explorers, this is XK and welcome to Cyber Explore. The fact that you are able to watch this video, and of course I could make this video in the first place, means that amidst all the myriad sufferings and negativity that happened one after another this year, we still managed to survive until this point. A huge thanks to the healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, farmers, police, and of course all the frontline workers who risked and even sacrificed their own lives to keep us safe. Here's a small clip I made as a tribute to them. And now, finally, it's almost the end of October. With all the significance of this month related to different types of physical and mental healthcare education, awareness, and safety practices, it is also important for another type of awareness, which is becoming more and more serious in the context of our current day-to-day life, and that is cybersecurity. Yes, October is also known as the Cybersecurity Awareness Month, keeping in mind the growing scams and cybercrimes all across the globe, and myself being a security analyst, engineer, and researcher, I decided to take upon this matter and create a small awareness and training video that might help you in the long run. So let's get started with one of the most basic media that we all use almost every day, and that is email, an integral part of our daily lives. Be it professional, personal, or even for promotional purposes, we receive a lot of them every day, from sources of which some of them are known or unknown. While it serves an important role, it also raises a lot of concerns related to authenticity and trust, especially due to all sorts of malicious actors lurking around looking for an opportunity to play their tricks. Common people like us fall for these tricks and lose money or sensitive data like SSN, credit or debit card numbers, passwords, just to mention a few. Phishing refers to creating a doppelganger of a genuine entity like a website or document, or impersonating a real user and misuse the trust people have for them to deceive them and make them submit their money, credit card details, or passwords while pretending to be the real entity. As an analyst, I see and handle tons of malicious emails almost every day using different tools and techniques that I am going to show you in a minute. Unfortunately, I cannot show the techniques that use proprietary tools because of some legal issues. But don't worry, there are lots of freely available online tools that I use often, and I will show them one by one. So bear with me. I also have an important announcement to make at the end of this video. Now beginning our discussion with spam, one of the most common techniques of phishing. It requires no sophisticated skills at all because it's a numbers game. Spams are like those emails that are sent to a large crowd without taking into consideration their relevance. They might sound nonsensical to most of the users. Like for an example, email offering an annual car insurance with hail damage for free might sound jaw-dropping, but it makes no sense to me because I don't have a car. Or me winning $1 million lottery from a company that I have never heard of. All lands up in the trash. But then why they are still in use? The answer is, they succeed quite a few times in scamming, and when blasted on a mass scale, the number is not at all insignificant considering how cheap it is to launch the campaign in the first place. On our part, it is quite simple. Their success is attributed to our lack of awareness. Now let me dissect a real spam email. Note that I changed the real names of the sender and the recipients to some generic fonts for the sake of the privacy of my organization. Let us analyze this section by section. Little prior knowledge. Bob Rex and Alice Morris are real-life colleagues in our hypothetical scenario. Here, Bob sent an email to Alice with the subject, "Are you available?" You will find the subject itself is suspicious if you do a quick Google search. Moving on to the body, there is no mention of any recipient, which immediately infers that it probably have been spammed. Next, there is almost no punctuation and the overall email is crafted very poorly. Whenever you come across such emails, immediately look at the email address. With a slight modification, just by mentioning Alice in the email body, the same attack can become a lot more effective. These are referred to as targeted phishing or spear phishing attacks. Oftentimes, these emails house a lot of personal details about the recipient collected from social media websites like Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn, or even your personal web page. So my word of advice, be wary of what you are posting or displaying on the public forums, or whom you are adding as your connections, simply because it offers them a higher degree of visibility to your profile. Don't jump onto replying as soon as you receive something. If the body seems unfamiliar, look at the real email address. Sometimes you see such emails from real addresses. In that case, use your judgment and think twice before hitting the reply button. As a word of caution, email accounts can also get compromised, and besides, sending emails with spoofed email addresses is as easy as sending real emails. So be your own Sherlock. Also, emails asking for credentials or financial requests like buying them gift cards, cryptocurrencies, etc. are almost every time fake. If you know them and the request sounds weird, call them immediately and verify. They perhaps don't even know what's going on. Also, consider copying and pasting the body of the email on Google. Oftentimes, you will find discussions on the same email you thought was exclusive to you. Moving on to the next type, malicious attachments and downloads. Here is a real sample. Focusing on this first part, we see some weird email ID that immediately must raise our suspicion. In the body, again, the recipient's name is missing, showing confirmation of spam. Next, we can see a link that points to a website containing an attachment. A password is also shared, which is not rare. The first thing I would look into is, of course, the link. If you have to open URLs from your email, hover your mouse pointer over them. Check the real link, and if the link seems genuine, click, otherwise don't. Here, the text of the URL and the embedded link seems to be the same, but the link itself seems sketchy, so we copy it first. Next, we navigate to UrlScan.io on a private tab to test it. It usually takes some time. It offers a free URL sandbox environment that runs your URL, tests for anything suspicious, shows all the redirects, and displays the appearance of the website. We do not have a screenshot, so probably there is no web page at this link. It might be the attachment itself. We pressed the link on a separate tab. Now, this is very risky, so be cautious. If you have a virtual machine, use the browser on that. Okay, it is prompting to save. Save it, but do not run. Next, we open virustotal.com. This is a powerful online resource that you can use to test any file or URLs. For URLs, I switch between this one and UrlScan, depending on the need. VirusTotal doesn't show a screenshot of the web page, but it does show all sorts of detection coming from a wide variety of malware scanners, and also from the online community that you can also join for free. And we drag the file from the downloads directly. And this came out to be a Trojan after all. So you see why we need to be cautious with URLs on the emails. A small mistake can cost you a lot, ranging from corrupting your years of hard work to spying on your activities in real time. So my advice, be careful what you are clicking on in your email. Use the UrlScan tool to get a peek at the website along with its verdict. And finally, always scan your attachments. I'm pretty sure these practices will keep you a bit safer in this overly tangled cyberspace. Always remember, when it comes to security, it doesn't hurt to be a little bit paranoid. But it does while watching yourself regret in front of the mirror. This might mark the end of this video, but believe me, it just touched the tip of the iceberg. I will soon follow this up with another video in which I will dissect more threats and demonstrate some more tools. Now it's time for the important announcement that I promised earlier. I'm trying my part to secure the cyberspace through my research and job. Besides, I'm also trying to share some of my experiences and knowledge so that it can help you do your own part. But if you have received some sketchy emails that you are not sure of, even after your analysis, please forward to cyberexplore.sandbox@gmail.com with the subject Email for Cyber Exploration. This would help me identify the forwarded ones from the real ones in my spam box, because I'm pretty sure Gmail will move it there. Once I'm done analyzing, which might take a few days at most, I will get back to you with my verdict. Let's fight this together and make it a safer place for everyone. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and share. If you want to learn more about the complex topics and recent trends in security in simple terms, please consider subscribing. It encourages me a lot to keep improving my content. Also, I will upload more videos on topics related to cybersecurity and programming in Python on this channel. And in case you want me to make a video on a particular topic or a paper in security, please mention it in the comments below. I will see you soon. Until then, stay safe and stay curious.